Welcome to On the Way to School, your 6-minute daily boost for educators and administrators. I'm Christopher S. Dennis, and today, let's elevate our journey together. Welcome back, folks. Here we are. Another week has begun. Happy Monday. You know how I feel about Mondays, so it's always going to be good energy coming from me on a Monday. Weekend was really good. Had a friend in town from Minneapolis. Celebrated my son DJ's birthday. You know, we had the anniversary weekend. All good stuff. Very busy. So that means there's plenty of work that I wanted to do that I didn't necessarily do, but that's okay. Lives, but we still get back on track. So today I wanted to talk about the onboarding of, you know, a new teacher or even new administration can definitely benefit from most of this as well. You know, new kid on the block, NKOTB. So on the way to school today, I want us to think about how are we bringing our new faculty, new administrators, new employees into our community, into the experience of school. So, of course, 3 points to think about. The first is our mentor and our buddy program. Most places have this. There's somebody assigned to kind of show folks the ropes and get the hang of what it's like to work there. But sometimes these can be a little too tactical and a little too transactional. So a couple things you should do to kind of review your mentor or buddy program for new faculty and staff. Have you trained the mentor to discuss school culture? Have you trained the mentor to discuss school culture? Are you assuming that this person is just going to give their interpretation and that's going to be fine because you like this person? You know, from a leadership standpoint, you may have a great impression of somebody and think they'll be a great mentor. However, interpersonally, you know, that person also may need a place to vent and process. So it's a good idea to just sit with all your mentors and kind of hear them out to make sure there's nothing going on that you needed to know about their own experience before you assign them as a mentor. And have a conversation about culture. Like, what are the things that you'll describe to your mentee about the school culture? And if there's anything that you'd like to help realign or clarify, it's a good opportunity to know what you're getting before you assign somebody to kind of set the stage with a new person. And simultaneously, did you pair that mentor with the mentee with any cultural awareness in mind? Did you just kind of match the history folks with the history folks? Or was there a plan or a reason why you asked someone to mentor a particular person? This could go across, you know, any social identifier, gender, racial identity, etc. It could even be school type. You know, did this person come from an independent school? Did they come from a charter school? Did they come from a different geographical region? Pairing them with some sort of awareness, cultural awareness, is going to allow for a healthy fit. So review your mentor and buddy program to discuss culture and make sure you're thinking about cultural awareness while you make your matches. The second thing is, have you had a conversation or training around the first grading period for new faculty? Are there norms of how to evaluate assessments? Are there rubrics? Did you talk about comment writing? Did you give them a heads up of how long it may take to get through the comments? And in some cases, narrative grades are the only grades given. So, you know, you may want to let them know that, hey, your department chair or your principal is going to read every comment you write. And if they all look the same, we're going to ask you to rewrite them, and you're going to need to take a day off to do that. So we want to make sure that they're prepared for the first grading period well before it happens. So that way they're not blindsided and then kind of starting the year off at a deficit. And the third thing, which is probably, you know, just as important as any of the others, have you thought about what it looks like when that new faculty member experiences the pit of loneliness or newness in the job? You know, what happens around lunch? What happens around navigating conflict? What happens around that time of year, maybe winter break or spring break, when folks are starting to think about, am I really happy here? Do I want to look for something else? Do I miss what I used to have at my old school? What are your thoughts and what's your plan around just loneliness and fatigue? How do you keep the same energy for the candidate that you brought to them during the interview process? because you may have paired them with a really good mentor. You've kind of got them ready on the grading. But if that program all fades away by the 6th week of school, now they're just kind of off to their own and expected to get back to the normal day to day. And for them, it's their first time doing it all. So they may need some more attention. One of the things that we're going to do this year is work on a 2nd and 3rd year kind of new teacher reorientation. Because year 1, we try to throw a lot of things at folks, but then year 2 and 3 is where, it's able to really be understood. So we're going to go back in and try to get connected with those folks, because we bring in really good groups of teachers, and it's important to get a teacher from that 1st year at your school to the 5th year, because after the 5th year, you really know what you have, and they really know if this is the place that they'd like to continue their career. And if you can find an opportunity to have a healthy pathway for career teachers, you'll hire less, but also your community will thrive because those teachers become known entities and you have really strong departments. So review your mentor buddy program, prep them for the first grading period, and have conversations and plans around loneliness and fatigue or burnout. So hopefully this is helpful for you on the way to school. Have a great week. Thanks for joining me on the way to school. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep making a difference. I'm Christopher S. Dennis. See you tomorrow.